Mellow greetings, everybody. My name is James. I am from the internet, and today we are going to be talking about media manipulation. Now, before I get started, I want to make sure that we have a little understanding here. I am not going to be discussing fake news, okay? Fake news is something idiotic that was created by Kellyanne Conway and Donald Trump and then beaten into the brains of 100 million people over the course of 4 years to the point where like a third to a half of our country is so fucking stupid they think anything they read in the news or see on TV that they don't like is just fake news and you can explain away reality. Yeah, that's not a thing. That's not what we're talking about. What we are going to talk about is what the media actually does. In reality, the reality that we all live in. Now, the media's been doing this shit for quite a while. A lot of it you just probably don't notice. And I'm not talking about OANN or Newsmax. I'm talking about mainstream media outlets. By now, I'm pretty sure most of you know who this is. This is Ashli Babbitt. She was the woman who got shot during the insurrection at the U.S. Capitol building. This screenshot is from the New York Times Facebook page. It is the article preview for the post they put on the page that people are supposed to click through to then read the article and find out what's up. However, social media managers, news producers, digital content creators, everybody knows that for every person that clicks it, there are 20 people that scroll by it. They'll see it in their feed, they just won't click on it. So the vast majority of people who even briefly engage with this will only engage with the picture and the headline. Now, the headline says, "Woman who was shot inside the Capitol is identified as an Air Force veteran." And that's the picture they use. Look at her. She could literally be anybody. She could be your daughter. She could be your mother. She could be your sister. She could be your neighbor, your coworker. She could be somebody who jogs through your neighborhood in yoga pants at 7 in the morning while walking your dog that you wave to. Hi, how you doing? She's bright-eyed. She's got nice straight white teeth. She is Americana. Look at her. And she served in the Air Force. She's a veteran. And she was shot in the Capitol building. Now, if you didn't know any better, you would just scroll by and go, "Oh, wow, look at that. That's horrible. She looks really sweet. She got shot in the Capitol building. Wow. Oh, what's going on in the world today?" And then you just keep scrolling. That's what most people will know. So right off the bat, 90% of the people who see this are going to think that she was some sweet woman who was in the wrong place at the wrong time. This is purposeful. It is by design. It is not accidental. Woman killed in Capitol embraced Trump and QAnon. What? Huh? Wait. Hold on. I just saw a title that said a United States Air Force veteran got killed, and they had a picture of this sweet, nice-looking white woman who could probably live next door to me. I have no idea what this is. Oh, well, you see, what happened is 17 hours later, they updated the article with a new title. However, the old title is still in all the search engines. And again, that has already gotten hundreds of thousands of clicks and tens of millions of impressions as people have scrolled by. Okay? All that happened before this title ever popped up. To have confirmed her name and the fact that she was a U.S. Air Force veteran, they would have had to have backtracked footage and social media posts from what happened at the Capitol building, traced it back, found at least one member of her family that they could call and then confirm her identity before they would publish it. So if they had her name, at least one of her relatives, and her social media profiles, they were aware of the fact that she was a U.S. Air Force veteran at exactly the same time they became aware of the fact that she was a QAnon adherent. But they only put one of those two things in the original title. Why? To engender your sympathy. Now, shall I show you how they constructed the article to reinforce that for all the people who actually clicked through? Ashli Babbitt had been preparing for this day, the day when world events would turn her way. When a discouraged friend on Twitter asked last week, "When do we start winning?" Ms. Babbitt had an answer. January 6th, 2021. Now, you will note in the article, they have added the full picture. You know, the one that shows her wearing the MAGA hat. The one that they purposely cropped out of the social media profile link that tens of millions of people would scroll by. Her name will now be connected to that date and to shaky footage showing a crowd of rioters smashing glass on the door, leading to the speaker's lobby of the Capitol. Oh, it doesn't say she did it. They're just going to say her name's associated with footage showing it happening. Oh, okay. At the front of the crowd is the small figure of Ms. Babbitt wearing snow boots, jeans, and a Trump flag wrapped around her neck like a cape. Oh, look at that. Just before they let you know that she thinks she's a Trumpian superhero, they let you know that she is a small figure. Look at this small, petite little woman who just wanted to voice her anger and concerns. Again, not accidental. Subtle yes, accidental no. Go, go, she shouts, and then two men hoist her up to the rim of a broken window. As she sticks her head through the frame, a Capitol police officer in plainclothes fires a shot, and she falls back into the crowd. Blood starts pouring from her mouth. Please note, they still have not mentioned that she's actually part of the mob or that she was an insurrectionist or why she was there. This is a vague portrayal of things in a very artistic manner. Once again, the harsh realities of what actually happened are being left out to engender sympathy, so you can feel for her, because you already know who she is. She's your next door neighbor. A day after Ms. Babbitt's death, as part of a mob storming the Capitol amid counting of Electoral College votes, a portrait of her is taking shape. Please note, they finally brought up the word mob, but they didn't say she was part of the mob, merely that her death was involved in the overall picture of a mob storming the Capitol. Ms. Babbitt had left the Air Force after 2 wars and 14 years, settling near the working-class San Diego suburb where she was raised. Life after the military wasn't easy. After briefly working security at a nuclear power plant, she was struggling to keep a pool supply company afloat. Again, you're not going to hear about the fact that she was a QAnon cultist. You're not going to hear about the fact that she was part of a violent insurrection. No, what they want you to know is that she served for 14 years in the military, honorably protecting you. Thank you very much for your service, ma'am. But she was also a struggling member of the working class, a small business owner. She lived in the suburbs. Again, she could be you. And that's the point. As a civilian, she found herself newly free to express her political views. Her social media feed was a torrent of messages celebrating President Trump, QAnon conspiracy theories, and tirades against immigration, drugs, and Democratic leaders in California. I'm sorry, what the fuck was that in the middle of there? QAnon conspiracy theories. Oh, okay. I like how you took that little phrase, added nothing to it, and wedged it between celebrating President Trump and tirades against Democratic leaders. Again, purposeful. You guys refuse to choose America over your stupid political party. I'm so tired of it, she said in a video message posted on Twitter addressing California politicians. You can consider yourself put on notice. Me and the American people. I'm so tired of it. I am woke, man. This is absolutely unbelievable. Wow, look at that. Struggling small business owner, working class America, pointing the finger of recrimination at government and saying, you can't do this to us. I don't know. I think that's something almost everybody could sympathize with, right? Haven't you felt that at least once? The damn government. Oh, yeah. They didn't write that she did or said anything threatening. No, they just wanted you to know that she was expressing her political views. The people close to Ms. Babbitt have all responded with shock. Her husband told a Fox affiliate in San Diego he had sent his wife a message about 30 minutes before the shooting, and she never responded. Her brother, Roger Withoff, said Ms. Babbitt had not told her family she was planning to go to Washington, but he was not surprised she would protest. Wow, look at these two. Now we know that she is a wife. She is a sister. She has parents at home. They love her very much. They sent her a message, and she never responded. And that was the last they heard from her as she went off to protest. No insurrection, just protest from a wife and sister. My sister was 35 and served 14 years. To me, that's the majority of your conscious adult life. If you feel like you gave the majority of your life to your country and you're not being listened to, that's a hard pill to swallow. That's why she was upset. Oh, she wasn't angry. She wasn't part of a violent insurrection. She was just upset and went to go to a protest. You know, because she had just discovered her newly found freedom of speech now that she was out of the military, where she served as a veteran, protecting your freedoms. She served in the Air Force Reserves and the Air National Guard. In the Guard, she was assigned to a unit based near Washington that's known as Capitol Guardians, because one of their primary missions is defending the city. That's right, she is a defender of cities. Damn. She is like G.I. Joe. She is an American hero. Security forces in the squadron regularly train with riot shields and clubs for what the Air Force calls civil disturbance missions. Wow, she's literally a riot cop. Well, if there's anybody who's going to be well behaved during a riot, who would be able to handle themselves and make sure they get out alive in one piece, it would be Ashli the veteran, right? After 9 more paragraphs, they finally start touching upon what actually motivated Ashli to go to the protest. Within days of signing a loan agreement, she stopped making payments, only repaying about $3,400 of the $65,000 that she borrowed to keep her small business afloat. The lender soon sued her. Ms. Babbitt's politics were emphatically pro-Trump. On the door of the pool supply company, a poster declares it to be a mask-free autonomous zone, better known as America, where we shake hands like men and fist bump like homies. What up, homie? Look at that. She's even in touch with those other people. Her social media account suggests she also increasingly embraced the conspiratorial thinking of QAnon, which had asserted that the 2020 presidential election was stolen by an elite Satan-worshipping cabal and that it was up to ordinary people to reinstate Mr. Trump. There you go. Finally, this right here. This is the first mention that her train was off the rails. Look at how long it took to get here, okay? Go ahead. Keep looking. Keep looking. I'm still scrolling. Keep looking. Keep looking. I'm still scrolling. Keep looking. Keep looking. Hey, is that enough scrolling for you yet? This is how long it took to let you know. Of course, that's, after they changed the title, 17 hours after publication. Now, if you somehow managed to stay engaged through the 3,000 words and 17 paragraphs to finally get to the part where Ashli was a nutter, and then you had more time and more resources and the wherewithal and the ability to track around on the internet and find shit, then you would finally get to see what Ashli was all about. I have a question for folks. Is it possible that the impeachment was designed to stop the administration from exposing human trafficking of Eastern European girls? Ashli chimes in, yes, yes, and yes. It's all connected because all these sick, twisted people are involved in this. They all touch kids. And Disney, ABC, CBS, Epstein, the elites, royalty, Hollywood, and a shit ton of other people are all involved. Ukraine is only the beginning. You'll see Pizzagate come back up too. Watch. As disgusting as it is, I think this Prince Andrew interview was good for exposure. These people are sick. So freaking sick. The forgotten is no longer forgotten. Oh, this Trump video. Oh, Ashli, this is you 100%, right, Ashli? Oh, it made me cry with tears of happiness, pride, resiliency, courage, love, and patriotism. We are all one. Hashtag the people's president, hashtag MAGA, hashtag CAG, hashtag America, hashtag freedom, hashtag Trump 2020 landslide victory. WWG1WGA. Where we go one, we go all. That's the QAnon special code hashtag. And here you go, Ashli's last exchange on Twitter. One of her friends, a lot of flights into DC are being canceled with no bad weather. The entire world is corrupt. Oh, that's right. It was a conspiracy to keep people out of DC. Yeah, how did that work? Ashli with her last response. Nothing will stop us. They can try and try and try, but the storm is here, and it is descending upon DC in less than 24 hours. Dark to light. This is Ashli, in her own words, on her own Instagram.
But where is everybody? Huh? You got, where is Kamala? Where is Kamala? Talking about ISIS like KKK. We got this migrant caravan. You know what? We have thousands of people on the other side of the border. You people can't get to work. Our economy is going to take an absolute tank because you guys refuse to choose America over your stupid political party. I am so tired of it. You try to make it with these wide-angle lenses, and you try to make it that your echo chambers have these large followings. You got 40 people showing up, and you want to do a headline with CNN talking about, oh, we got massive protests for Trump shutting the borders. No, we do not. No, we do not. What we do have is a massive amount of pissed off people like I am because you guys will not sit down and do your jobs.
Now, I'm not an expert on such things, but I would have to imagine if you had seen that first before you had read that headline and read that article, maybe, just maybe, you wouldn't feel so badly for Ashli. Just remember, everybody, this isn't accidental, it is purposeful, and it is by design. Keep your eyes open when you're reading the news. You'll be surprised how much more of this sort of thing you actually see. My name is James, I'm from the internet, and I'm out. Peace.